Okay, so you're joining me here at the very last stage of my cutting out my print, and I think it looks really rather beautiful. I've tried to be really careful with the way that I've actually moved my tool through the lino and the direction that I've been making my lino cuts. That's part of your drawing. That's you sort of drawing with the lino. So it's all about thinking about how you move, how you cut, how you twist, how you turn, which bits you cut out, which bits you leave in. So I'm just finishing off this very last bit at the top here, just removing these little bits. And I've got this bit here just to cut. Now you can see that as I'm cutting, I'm actually cutting reasonably slowly, and this took quite some time to cut away quite as much as this. Now I really love the way this looks, and I'm going to do just a black and white version of this too. I think that'll look quite nice. So I've been thinking about what colour to print on top of my print. So I went for a really dark blue last time. So that doesn't leave me a lot of room in terms of darkness. So I think with the next colour that I'm going to go for, I'm just going to go for printing black. Now I might not actually print black on top of them all. I might print on top of this one and on top of this one, and then I'll decide whether just to keep the other two as they are. And that's the good thing about when you do 4 different prints, you can actually give yourself a little bit of room for leaving some stuff so that you can actually begin to have different things going on in the 4 different prints. Okay, so I think this looks really rather nice, and I'm looking forward to actually doing my next colour of print. Again, I'm just rolling out my ink nice and flat, and I'm inking up my press. Okay, I'm inking up the plate here. I like catching these little marks in the cuts. I always think that gives a lino cut a real feeling of depth and warmth, so I quite like catching some of those with my ink. Okay, so I'm actually going to print onto just a piece of white paper as well, because I want to just take an impression of this as is. So I'm just going to flop it on to the paper. How badly did I do that there? Okay, I'm going to turn over, get my dry roller. Oh my goodness me. And roll over the back. I mean, you can do this for every stage of your print as well. Just take a black version, which is quite nice to do. And I'm just going to burnish. That gets all those little marks right on. And you can see it coming through actually. Beautiful. It's really satisfying at this point to see all the different kind of bits of lino mark making. Okay, well, it's moved a little bit, but that's rather nice. So what I'm going to do is, I think I moved it when I did the burnishing. I did that so badly, didn't I? So I'm going to ink it up again and print out a better one. Okay, so I've printed black on top of this one here, and it just finishes it off really rather nicely. Okay, so I've got black and white version, really nice. And these two here, I kind of put through the printing press to see if that would be better, but I sort of misregistered it, but I think it'll be okay once I've trimmed it actually. And that one as well, the colours are nice in that one. So I've got one left, and I might just leave it like that. I'm kind of tempted to put the black on it and register it properly. You know what, I think I'm just going to do that. So I'm pretty pleased with this. The other thing that I can do is I can actually do some more of these black and white ones, and then I can paint into them with the watercolours and that'll be really nice and create quite a nice little effect as well. And that just gives me more media experimentation to get marks for. So this is hopefully where you guys will get to with your print. So this is now taking it to its 4th colour, which is quite a lot really, and quite a nice process. So I'm just going to push down. I'm not going to burnish this one because I don't want to move it out of position. I'm just going to push down with the roller quite heavily, again both hands with the roller, and hopefully this will be a nice print. I'm hoping. Okay, I'm just going to peel off. There we go. Yeah, finally got one that's registered really rather nicely. Looks pretty good, and I think that does look better with just the black on it as well. So we've got a nice little set of prints. I think the colours are quite nice in this one. It's more bluey, and actually once I trim that, that's going to look absolutely fine. And I think I like the way that the text has kind of come out here. So yeah, I've got a little series of lino prints that kind of feel like final pieces, which is quite good. So it feels that the project, that part of the project is quite resolved. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the prints that you guys produce.